Littrell-Williams here with Strategies for Small Businesses and the Make It Happen podcast. Today's episode is going to be on cracking the code of effective business systems. Do you feel like you have organized chaos in your business, whether it's in your office, in your business in general, with your team, and you're kind of just bouncing from one fire to the next fire to the next fire? As many of you know, I'm all about stopping, organizing, seeing where something is, and putting a plan in place. By having a plan, a platform, the right tools in place, and creating processes, you will actually be structuring your business so that not only is it running smoothly and you are finding easier ways to scale and grow, but you're continuing to have processes in place that will allow you to follow up and nurture clients, and best of all, you actually will build time into your schedule where you're not in the stress mode of the chaos things that are running fire to fire, but you're actually able to sit down and build the business in different areas. In addition to that, schedule time for yourself, which is so important for solopreneurs and small business owners, because we tend to put ourselves on the back burner and just steam ahead. Business owner, family member, caregivers, all of that takes precedence over taking care of ourselves personally. So let's find some ways where you can stop and maybe implement some of the platforms that will help you with streamlining and creating processes. So finances. A lot of small business owners tend to not want to look and focus in on their finances and where everything is and where it's going. Utilizing a tool to help do that, like QuickBooks or Xero, FreshBooks, those kind of things will help you track and come up with reporting. Some business owners are already doing those platforms in enabling them to file taxes easier, but to really stop and look at it month to month and see what expenses you're doing. I know I did an overhaul and did a whole report on expenses that I'm paying out on different tools that I might not be using anymore. And that was prompted by me going back and utilizing my own forms and reviewing it, because I do say, your one-page business plan, your business purpose, clarity, your have, need, do list, those should be reviewed at least beginning of the year, end of the year, if not, 3 times the beginning, and then midway, the end of the year kind of wraps into your beginning, so it's really kind of just a recap of the year. But having those things done and looking at them even quarterly, if you can carve out a little bit of time, not only helps you stay organized in the financial area, but also helps you better allot the funds you have to use for different platforms and programs. Because we all forget about subscriptions we have. And if you're not using a tool and you forget you're paying it and you're not looking at those expense reports on some sort of regular basis, you could be paying for something that you're no longer using, and then that's something you could invest somewhere else. Systemize your customer interactions. And what I mean by that is something I am a huge advocate about, having your CRM in place. Something that's going to gather your database, your customers, your prospects, your clients, all their information in one place, and utilize it. You can send out emails, send out text messages. It creates a system for nurturing those relationships. You can also I have the Make It Happen marketing machine, which is amazing, and we're helping business owners set it up all of the time, and it does all of that for you. In addition to, you can build your website inside of it. It's kind of a one-stop shop for all of your marketing efforts, and you can utilize part of the tools, utilize all of the tools. It's one price, and it actually has become really amazing to watch what's going on in that platform. And so we would invite you to check it out. You can use platforms like Keep. You can use a platform like MailChimp. With MailChimp, you're looking at mainly just your email communication. They do have some texting abilities in there, but it is not as robust. So we encourage you to have some sort of CRM system in place so that you can build processes and funnels and flows for nurturing your customers and your prospects. There's ways to stay consistent, like I said, with emailing, with texting, and really in a platform that gives you a personal, really super personal touch I'd love to share with you as well. Automate those marketing efforts. So you have set up what we call workflows, funnels, campaigns, automations, whichever terminology you might have heard. They all pretty much mean the same, as the fact that they come in here and this is the path that they follow through the nurturing process. And you can set them up to where you don't have to create that content all the time. You don't have to be personally doing something to reach out to your people, your community, your tribe, but more so have that workflow working for you, which gives you more time to then physically reach out with a phone call or reach out, because you're not having to pinpoint and go, who do I need to email today? Let the system, based on where they are in your process, they bought something, they bought a specific thing, or they are just showing interest in something, you just met them, you have different workflows. Is it hard to build out? Absolutely not. If you're going to be sending personal emails one at a time, you create that personal email in here and it's totally customizable. So it actually does help and streamline things. It's really important. It doesn't matter whether you are a brick and mortar business, or whether you are a service provider where you are providing services for people, or if you are online marketer that's selling products as well. So a CRM system in place is imperative for everyone. You want to utilize the automation process for yourself and free up that time. I'm going to suggest, if you have any questions, set up a time with me to chat. Down below will be a link, and I would love to talk to you with some of the different paths and maybe which of the different reports you might want to start with, and let's work it out together. Look for the ways you can crack the code for effective business systems that work for you. And that's the most important, is that it works for you and your personality and how you like to do things. I look forward to meeting with you. Have a great day.